Hi, I'm Maya Michelle Fine, and this is a demo of Descriptionary, an online polling game I created for educational purposes. We are going to go ahead and play the game Descriptionary. What we have here is a group of theater lovers and game lovers and students who will be playing the game as an example. So first up, we're going to start with Zoe, who is going to be the descriptor. I've gone ahead and sent Zoe an image that is part of this poll. The goal is going to be for Zoe to specifically use the qualities and functions. In this case, we're going to do just the qualities to help describe this image. However, she's going to be limited on which qualities she can use. By describing some of the limited category of qualities, using her words, the rest of the audience is going to go ahead and see if they can figure out of an assortment of images which one Zoe is specifically describing. So right now, this is what all of the students can see and all of our participants. There is a poll that has multiple images on it. I've sent Zoe one of them. Now, I like to add a little extra game to it. So we have the awesome wheel decide. So I've gone ahead and put in, for instance, and this is a really cool thing, you can build your own items in it. So I've gone ahead and put in every single quality that's available. So we've gone ahead and spun, and we have shape and distribution. And the second one that Zoe's going to be able to use is color. So I also will do this with rolling dice. So there's nice ways to do it both in person and digitally. Participants, when you think you know what image Zoe is describing, you'll go ahead and click on that. You do have the ability to change your mind up until I say stop. Zoe, when you are ready.
Okay, looking at the image I'm looking at, using distribution, shape, quality, and color to describe it, the size of the light that is on the subjects is large enough to cover them individually. So they're individually lit. And it's actually kind of a nice round shape, it feels like. So some of the colors that I am seeing within this image, I'm seeing some really nice blues, which accent the costuming very well. But what's interesting, you know, when it comes to, if we go back to talking about the distribution and shape, is that the light itself, the blue light specifically, doesn't fully illuminate the person in the blue light. It's done in such a way where it looks like it only illuminates the top half of their body, which looks like it may be done going back to distribution, maybe with the angle in which it's pointing. There is also some really nice pinks, maybe some purples. On the person that's being lit, it does not look like it is pink or purple, but on the way that it affects, you know, the backgrounds, it looks like that's how that light is being read.
Everybody, please cast your vote onto what image you think Zoe as the descriptor is describing. All right, so it looks like 50% of the audience thinks that it's B, 38% think that it's F, and J has less than 20%. So knowing this information, Zoe, I want you to go back and scroll through the different images that are available. You're going to get 2 and only 2 words that fit within your categories to help them decide between these 3 images. What can you tell them that's going to help them make the decision to where you want it to go?
Okay, cool toned and stagnant.
All right, Zoe, so that split your group. Okay, so she was describing B. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send us to another activity really quick. Pick a couple words that you thought were most helpful from her descriptions. They can be specific colors, specific shapes or distributions, anything that you thought was particularly helpful, kind of narrow it down to a couple keywords. So these are the things that we had. The things that show up bigger are the things that multiple people wrote. So it looked like purple, blue, gobo, and background were some of the most helpful things that Zoë said. Great. So as a mini group discussion, what kind of words would have been helpful to hear now looking at maybe where you went and where you could have gone? What information did you feel like would have been helpful to be provided to you for you to be able to differentiate and feel confident in what you picked?
One thing for me was she said subjects were being lit from a downward angle, which immediately made me discount B.
In terms of the distribution, it was able to illuminate the subjects individually, basically, or just, sort of like an area around them. That can help me make the assumption that it would be blue, B, I should say.
So Zoë, on reflection, anything else you want to share about what you learned?
I think that it's interesting because giving me the limitations of, the two, there was color and the distribution, I think honestly was more helpful than it was hurtful. And it was able to make me give a more concise description because I knew exactly what I needed to be talking about, if that makes sense.
Thank you for checking out the demo of Descriptionary. Please check me out at www.myafine.com for more information.